Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Marvin again, back with some more music reactions. Welcome back to Smitty Reacts. And on this video, guess what, y'all? Before we even get into the video, before we talk about it, let me talk about one big elephant in the room. 10,000 subscribers. Man, all I got to say is thank you. Thanks for everybody that subscribed, talked to me in the comments, emailed, shot at me a message, whatever the case might be. You guys are all great. And I remember a while ago, I can't find the comment, and that's what's kind of killing me right now. Is I said when I hit 10,000 subscribers, I know I'm going to check out a Phish song. Mainly because for those that are new to the channel, Phish is probably one of the first artists that I checked out here, and it kind of got the ball rolling for me as far as like reactions and so forth. And I know somewhere in the comments, if I dig far enough, I told you guys which song I would do when I hit 10,000. The challenge is I can't find the comment and I can't remember the song. So what I'm going to do though, I'm still going to kind of honor my promise in a way. I'm going to do a Phish song. This one's called Runaway Jin. And I've never heard it before, so I definitely am excited for that. But if you guys can find that comment and, you know, point me in that direction, I'll definitely do that song that I said. But I guess it's buried in the comments somewhere, probably from months, if not a year ago. So I tried to find it if you guys are wondering, but I couldn't find it. I couldn't remember which one it was. So at any rate though, hey, thanks for watching the video anyway. And like I said, I'm just here to celebrate this little milestone with you guys. You know, 10,000 plus subscribers, man. You guys are all great. So with that being said, little housekeeping for the channel. I do like to pause my songs as I kind of go through them. So just a little heads up on that. And if you guys are offended by that for whatever reason, if you don't like it, I get it. I understand. But what I'll leave for you guys in the description box below is a link to this video. That way you can watch it all the way through, unedited, unstopped, just, you know, without me, which it's kind of weird. Just saying. Watch it with me at least one good time, man. I definitely appreciate that. And then, of course, please like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Helps my little channel grow over here. Like I said, we just crossed the 10,000 marker, as it were, and I'm on my way to 20. You know, that's my next goal up is like 20K, and we'll just kind of see where we can go from there. Just kind of continue to grow the channel and, you know, check out great music. You know, from any genre, any kind of place or whatever, I'm definitely down to check it out. So go ahead and drop me some things. I've definitely got some backlog I need to get through too. So be patient on that. So at any rate, hey, let me go ahead and hit start on this thing. This is Phish. It's an 18-minute long song. So we're going to jump into this one. Let's get into it. This is Runaway Jin. North Carolina. Okay.
The dog's name was Jim. Took all my old clothes and then
Huh.
Runaway Jim. Runaway Jim. Stubbed his hole with his trippy hand. Hauling down the highway in old sedan. Runaway Jim. Runaway Jim. Someone would tell me where old Jim went. Took all the money that I saved for rent. Runaway Jim. Runaway Jim.
Okay. Pause right here for a moment. So yeah, I'm digging this song right here. I like the groove that they're in right now, the kind of the pacing that's going on. Definitely kind of a bopper. It's kind of got my head kind of moving a little bit. So definitely feeling that. I like the lyrics here too because like just the way that they're kind of doing like that. Um, what is that called? Uh, I don't want to say call and response in a way, but you know what I'm saying, where like you got the lead singer singing and then you have the background vocals where he's talking about his dog and then they're saying the chorus here as well, talking about Runaway Jim, and he's talking about his dog, which as a former dog owner, there have been plenty of times where I've had to like try to find my dog and chase it down. So I definitely kind of connect those dots. That's pretty a pretty fun lyric there. But in terms of what's going on musically, I'm digging it. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, Mike's over here in his pocket on the bass, doing this thing. Paige is definitely on the drums doing this thing, definitely liking it. And of course Trey and Paige over there doing their thing, And that's why I like kind of the stage setup here. Just looking down the middle here where it's like you have Paige and Trey on one side and you have the other guys on the other side, and it's kind of a nice little like way to kind of like focus in because like I already know during this song at 18 minutes there's gonna be some stretches. There's gonna be some breakdowns. There's gonna be probably a couple solos, but that way you can kind of focus in on who's doing what, and of course be able to focus in as a band as a whole. So at any rate, man, I like that. So rewind just a tick here and we'll go back. There we go. I like how the crowd's in it. Crowd going off. Okay. Check out the right hand from Paige right there, man. You can tell, man, his right hand is cold. And my mom is a piano player, and I've watched her growing up playing piano and so forth. And back then, she was always telling me like, you can tell like the qualities of a piano player based on what notes sound more pronounced, like the bass notes or the kind of higher key notes, because they'll let you know kind of what hand they're better at, left-handed or right-handed. So like I'm hearing Page's right hand over here because that's doing all the intricate stuff, that adding in that kind of like highlight to the guitar, little accent, kind of chords and stuff there. And he's just kind of playing like the long notes over there. So I don't know, I'm not gonna break down Page's talent like that, but at least the way he's playing right now, I can definitely tell his right hand's doing a whole lot of work. So anyway, this little thing that popped off with me thinking about that. So all right, let me go back a little bit. Okay. Okay. Little transition. Okay. Pause right here. I like that little honky tonk kind of feel to it. You know what I'm saying? He's putting in like the kind of Western vibes, with the, oh man, what are those called? Y'all, please help me with these instrument names, please. It's been a long time since I've had to like worry about instrument names like that. But anyway, but he's over on the percussions doing this thing over there. And it kind of gives you that kind of horse cloppy kind of sound, kind of the classic like country vibes or whatever. But I'm liking that. I'm liking the groove they're throwing in here. All right. noticed that right there. That dun dun dun. I like those chords. But I like how too like they're not afraid to like switch up sound types and stuff like that through the songs as well. And of course CK5, bro. How can we almost forget CK5 throwing in with the with the chords and stuff at the same time, hitting the timing with the you know with the hard notes like the bong. But at any rate, but I like the fact that they're able to throw in different sound options and stuff like that because you can tell back behind them, they got crazy rigs back there, crazy setups. And I know like Trey's done sound breakdowns in the past. He's gone through like what kind of rig he uses, what kind of like pedals and modulators and all that jazz, that he uses. But I'd almost want to see what Page does because, like, look, he's surrounded by, you know, a whole bunch of different instruments. You know what I'm saying, in terms of like keyboard startups, and synthesizers and keyboards and different types of both. But the fact that he's able to like do one sound on one hand and one sound on the other hand sometimes is wild to me. So, man, go ahead and do your thing, Paige. Let's hear that again. They snuck it in there. Right there. Okay. 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 Okay, now I'm gonna pause. Hey, crowd, yo, let me tell you something, man. It's very easy to get lost in some of these songs because, like, it just kind of takes you on its own journey as they go through all these different transitions and so forth. And trust me, I'm listening to everything. I'm sitting here listening to Paige, do his thing over here, whatever on the keys, and definitely hearing what Trey's doing because Trey is doing such an amazing job just leading on the lead guitar, and really taking the name lead to a different level where it's like he's really up front, kind of like, kind of guiding through stuff. But at the same time, like, the rhythm section is basically allowing him that pocket space to do what he wants to do. So like you have, Mike and you have Fishman over there, holding it together on in that pocket. You know what I'm saying? Because that pocket's grooving. Even though they're having fun in there too, they're kind of doing little things like that. But right now they're kind of holding the pace together, and Trey's just in there to like just finesse, play his his chords, play his licks and stuff like that, and just groove out, and that's what he's doing right now, just showing out as it were. But I like it, I definitely like it. That's what I like about Phish too, is because they're throwing in a lot of like in a way like country jazz vibes. Is the best way I could describe this song so far. You know, where you have some of that kind of country motif in there, but at the same time, you can definitely hear like the jazz and the jam influence, as it were. Like definitely, that's the the overall kind of vibe I'm getting on this song so far. But yo, like these guys are just killing it. They just, long story short, they're killing it. So, all right, let me rewind just a little bit more, and we'll jump back in it. Let's get it. Right here. See what I'm saying? Okay.
I'm only 17. 119, you and me. Whoa, runaway Jin. Whoa, runaway Jin. I'm gonna go up to the mountain.
Pause right there. I like that. I like that. In a way, you almost have like a finish to that song where it is kind of like decrescendo down and slow down and stuff like that. And it looks like it's maybe transitioning to a different song, but it's like that, or even like a continuation of the same song. They just move into a different kind of movement here. But I like that. Like they finished it with the callback to the beginning. Just with the the verse right there and the little kind of background vocals. But yeah, so good. So far, so good. And also, I'm trying to practice restraint. Try not to like pause right in the middle of a solo if I can avoid such things. So, but if it happens, it happens. All right. So, all right, let me go back a little bit just so we can hear that transition again. I want to kind of see where they go to the next part of the song here. Let's go. Runaway Jin. Right? Have the big finish. And this is where the big jazz comes through. I hear it, man. It's that modern jazz coming through. Ooh, let's get it, Trey. Let's go.
You're alone. You're alone.
Okay. Pause right there. Oh, they about to church it up right there. Okay. Get the Holy Ghost up in here. Talking about you're alone. Hey, I don't think that's what he means. But here's the thing about stuff like this too, where you have a little bit of room to kind of play around with the interpretation of what's going on. So what I'm getting to this song so far, it's like you have the beginning movement, you know what I'm saying? Just, it's kind of playful and upbeat and so forth, and then you hit the middle section to this section and it's like, now you're like, maybe you're in the middle of meditation and the meditation thoughts go left, or, maybe you're in the middle of doing something else and it just goes the way you didn't necessarily want it to, but yeah, so you have a voice out there saying, hey, you're alone, where it's like, you might think you're being surrounded by 1,000 enemies, but somebody out there is like, no, you're alone, meaning like it's all in your mind. You know what I'm saying? It's just you. It's just you out there. So I like that they threw that lyric in there. Now whether that is what it is, I don't know. But that's just my little playful interpretation. So, but at the same time, it's like I like what they're doing musically here too, where it's like they're throwing in the crescendo and things are getting a little bit more urgent. And like, for people that have gone to church, you know what I'm saying? And especially the churches I grew up in where you had a lot of like gospel singers and, they had the Holy Ghost movements and stuff like that, where you kind of like have the praise break where people can get up and dance and move and whatever they want to do. That's what this kind of like reminds me of, and it's also weird too, because it's in a way it reminds me of almost like, at least for Trey's solo part anyway, almost in a way of George Benson, the way that he kind of like does some of his solo work and stuff. So at any rate, so let me rewind and jump back in it. I want to go back a little bit here so I can hear this transition again. But yo, it was clean. That was a clean transition. Let's get it.
You're alone. You're alone. You're alone.
I like how the lights are just kind of coming down too. Let's go. That bass. Oh. Get it. Get it. That build. That build. How they gonna get out? Uh-huh. Let me pause. I was wondering how they was gonna get out of that, because like, some bands try to detransition and they just smooth out to something else. They took the option to do a hard break, like and just another smooth like just tempo change. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like about them too. Is like they have so many micro transitions, so many like different movements and stuff to slide from spot A to B, and you can tell they pre-thought this out. Like even if it's a jam, it's like, hey man, we're gonna build, and instead of like smoothing it out to something else, we're just gonna do a hard break and then like go to the next little piece, and I appreciate that, because it's a very well planned out jam in a way, in my opinion, so far. Just the way that they would probably sit back in the behind the scenes and be like, yo, this is what we're gonna do, and it's gonna sound epic when we do it this way. Shout out to those guys, man. These guys are just a machine. All right, let me go back a little tick and let's get it. The scaling is crazy. Hard break. Strip it down too. I like that. Oh, they playing.
Hey, Mikey, super policeman. Policeman came to my house. Hey, Mikey, super policeman. Policeman came to my house. Hey, Mikey, super policeman. Policeman came to my house. Hey, Mikey, super policeman. Policeman came to my house. Woke up this morning. Kush.
Yeah. Pause right there. He said, woke up this morning. Kush. You know what I'm saying? He just woke up high. If he wasn't high, he got there. Real quick sidebar. There's a professional wrestler that I grew up with that I really enjoy. Actually, a couple of them. One by the name of The Godfather. The other one by the name of Rob Van Dam. Now, here's the thing with me. I don't smoke weed. I don't smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate it. I know that, you know, it helps people out. I've seen it in many forms and fashions and stuff like that. I don't partake, but I still appreciate from, you know, from my little vantage point. And that's not like I don't do that. Who cares? Whatever. But hey, there was a video of The Godfather, for instance, on Instagram early in the morning. Woke up and he had a bag full of smoke. You know what I'm saying? And it was, you know what I'm saying, marijuana smoke. And he was literally on a treadmill. And he's on the treadmill running with this big bag of smoke, inhaling and exhaling the smoke, you know what I'm saying, full of kush. You know what I'm saying? Well, he's out there running on this treadmill, smoking and so forth. And then Rob Van Dam, you know what I'm saying, has his own line of products, as it were, you know, to enhance your smoking pleasure. So I thought that was just amazing. So that just triggered me right there. You know about kush. So I appreciate the flip over to the Jamaican vibes and so forth. Even the coloring. Look at the keyboard right there. Look at the coloring on the keyboard. Where you got the red and green, you know, keyboard going on over there with the lighting. You know, yeah, that's pretty cool. So they flipped the whole vibe on that though, right? King of the transitions over here with Phish, because they took it from, you know, some kind of head trippy, like, you know, you're not alone or you're all alone kind of vibe, whatever, to you know what I'm saying, the Jamaica, you know, to the sands of Jamaica or whatever. Wild. Let's go, Phish. Let's get it.
Hey, Mikey, super policeman. Policeman came to my house.
Oh, that's the I Shot the Sheriff vibes. I shot the sheriff. Okay. But you didn't shoot the deputy, though, did you?
Hey, Mikey, super policeman. Policeman came to my house. Hey, Mikey, super policeman. Policeman came to my house. Woke up this morning. Kush. What's that, Phish? What do you say?
I believe. Let me string together some words.
Woke up this morning.
Right. Gotta take
I
over.
got pushed from back to orange.
He's trying to help him out. He tried. Let's go, bro.
I got the push because I laughed at the Hindu Kush.
Super policeman.
Is what I think he's trying to say.
I don't know what that means, but it's beautiful.
It's a quote.
Oh, man, these guys having too much fun on stage. Like you could tell he just threw off his cue, but he's like, come on, bro. He's trying to drum, keep time, keep up with where he's at in the song, all this good stuff. And then like supposed to kick in some words, and he had to like flip the mic around. And on top of that, like, everybody's human. You know what I'm saying? Like, can only do so many things at once. But yeah, I like how they try to bail him out, and he's just like, whatever. Like, it's all fun, bro. Fun times with the old Phish group. Let's get it. Look, lady.
Woke up this morning.
Go ahead, Paige.
I got pushed from Back to Orange. I got the push because I laughed at the Hindu Kush.
Super policeman.
What I think he's trying to say.
I don't know what that means, but it's beautiful.
It's a quote.
Policeman.
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 Policeman Kingston.
Okay.
Policeman. Kingston. 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 Policeman. Kingston. 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 Policeman. Kingston. Policeman.
Then you got a little round going on here. Okay, get the little round going, y'all. Go ahead, fellas. Let's pause right there for a moment too. See, he's hitting them. He's hitting the pedals up here too. He's probably been doing this whole time, honestly. But it's like I like when they take a moment to like do a little breakdown like this, so you can kind of appreciate really what's going on. So yeah, you got Trey right here. Hitting the different pedals so he can get the different types of sound out of his guitar that he wants. To kind of work with the song flow here. And I think it's really cool. That the fact that that the guitarist is basically like sound controlling his whole thing. You know what I'm saying? It's all connected to the rig in the back and so forth. But he's in control. He's in control of that. Which I think is really awesome. All of them are like all of them are doing this. Their own thing. But I like the fact that they're really slowing down and kind of it shows Trey's just kind of showing you what he's doing, or at least I can see it anyway, which is really nice. So let me rewind and let's ride this joint out. Let's go. Okay. Back to the keyboard. Let's go. Let's make the that effect on that bass is nasty, though. Oh, I like that. Whoa, 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 whoa. That sounds. Let me hear that again. Get some more of that bass. Oh. Okay. Hit that paddle.
Super policeman. Policeman came to my house. Super policeman. Policeman came to my house. Super policeman. Policeman came to my house. Super policeman. Policeman came to my house.
Yeah. I like that bass line right there, that little walking bass, like do 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 do. Ugh, come on, Mike. Come on, bro. He's a problem. Just saying, y'all. But yeah, I like little up tempo outro here, right here. You know what I'm saying? These guys is man.
Es cuando las opinions have it. Spike, man. Got to run like an antelope, out of control.
Run Like an Antelope. That's the other song too, right? I think I've heard Run Like an Antelope, if I remember right. I'm not gonna look, but I like the fact that they're calling back to that song in this song, you know, or maybe it's a transition to Run Like an Antelope, or maybe it's just a little piece. Either way, it's all good.
Got to run like an antelope, out of control. Run like an antelope, out of control. Run like an antelope, out of control. Run like an antelope, out of control.
Wonder what he told him. I wonder what he told him. Like, we're gonna do something else next. All right, y'all. The boys over here jamming out, having a good time. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Sorry. Oh man, give it up for Phish, y'all. Give it up one more time for Phish. Song being Runaway Jin, man. It was fun. That was definitely a fun song. Definitely transitional song. You have like what, 5 songs kind of slapped together in one song, and just kind of a fluid transition from one to the other. You know, and that is like the strongest attribute of any good jam bands, in my opinion, where it's like, you know, you start with one song, you know what you're starting with, and then as you go through, you're basically transitioning or finding different ways to like transition from one movement to the next. So it almost becomes more of a classical music piece or an exercise in that kind of music process, as it were, you know, and then being able to pull that off on a live stage with a live crowd, you know, with real people, you know, it's just it's just amazing. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. It takes a lot of talent, coordination, training, practice, musical knowledge, you know, theory knowledge, so forth and so on, you know, and being able to connect with your crowd and audience, which is great. And now the lyrics, you know, and I said this before, like I think in some other Phish videos that I've had where people have talked about the lyrics aren't necessarily as important, but I think they are. And I'll say this. I think the lyrics are important in a way where it's like, it speaks to the music and kind of what's going on. It kind of helps in a way kind of unpackage what maybe some of the meaning behind it is. But like, for instance, like the line run like an antelope at the end, you know, in a way, like it invokes an emotional cue or even a visual cue where it's like you're running like an antelope. Okay, what's an antelope look like? What does an antelope run like? You know, why would I want to do that? You know, and then you can maybe connect the dots where like, hey, like if I run like an antelope, that's kind of a freeing feeling because that's not something that we would typically do, you know, as a human, you know, but running like an antelope might be like energetic and running around and, you know, pouncing around and so forth, you know, and you kind of get that visual in your head, and you combine that with the music and it's up tempo swing, they're doing their thing, and it encourages you to do it, and it makes you move and so forth. So it's like I think their lyrics have more of a strategic kind of approach to it, as opposed to where other makers will make the lyrics kind of like a priority is a word. You know what I'm saying? It's a priority as opposed to like an emotional call. And in a way they're kind of using it that way, in at least in this song anyway, from what I could tell. It's even some of the earlier lyrics where they're talking about, the dog Jim's running away or whatever, and that kind of thing, where it's like it's not necessarily like the focus of the song, but it's there just kind of like, maybe pull out maybe a unconscious response that you may not even be thinking about until you hear it. And you're like, oh yeah, like, and then you start going to those emotions and so forth. So, but hey, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm overthinking it. So, all right, y'all. Hey, 10,000 subs. We here, baby. I love it. You know what I'm saying? You guys have all been great. To all my Phish heads out here in the world, you know what I'm saying? Family, all that good stuff. You guys have been great to me, man. I definitely appreciate that. And hopefully we kind of continue running through this Phish rabbit hole. Like, I definitely want to kind of swing back to them. Of course, I got other stuff I want to check out on the channel. I got album reviews I'm supposed to do. I got all this, that, and the third, kind of planned as far as music goes, as far as from what I want to listen to and check out. But I think Phish is always going to be one of those, bands that I'm always going to come back to, especially if I see something new that comes out. Like, I'm going to try to jump on it. Hopefully YouTube will allow me to do such things, because like I uploaded one of the old Phish videos I did from like New Year's Eve this year from the Ninth Cube. I had to re-edit it and like blur out half of it just to get it up, But that's it is what it is. I'm not even going to complain about that per se, because that's the nature of the platform. But long story short, I think I'm always going to come back to Phish and dive a little deeper as we go through it. So, all right, y'all. At any rate, my name is Marvin. This is Smitty Reacts, and I'm going to get out of this video, all right? So, until the next one, please take care of yourself. Be kind to one another. And, of course, if you guys can do that, I will definitely catch you in the next video. All right? All right. Peace.